Individual Assessment 1. What is ethics? Ethics is also called moral philosophy, the discipline concerned with what is morally good and bad and morally right and wrong. Ethics is the reasonable obligation for us to refrain from hurting others, and sometimes an obligation to help others. Ethics is a normative discipline. In other words, it is prescriptive because it looks at how we should live rather than saying descriptively about how we live our lives. Ethics refers to the study and development of one's ethical standards. How does ethics differ from morality? Ethics are not distinct from morals in that they are much more practical. An ethical code doesn't have to be moral. It's just a set of rules for people to follow. Both morality and ethics loosely have to do with distinguishing the difference between good and bad or right and wrong. Many people think of morality as something that's personal and normative, whereas ethics is the standard of good and bad distinguished by a certain community or social setting. What are the different moral ethical theories? Virtue ethics. This philosophy stems from Aristotle and is based on the virtues of the person making a decision. The consideration in virtue ethics is essentially what makes a good person, or for the purpose of this discussion, what makes a good public relations professional. Virtue ethics requires the decision maker to understand what virtues are good for public relations, and then decisions are made in light of those particular virtues. Utilitarian ethics. The first ethical system in normative ethics. Utilitarianism is often equated with the concept of the greatest good for the greatest number. The idea is the ethical decisions are made based on the consequences of the action, which is why it is also sometimes called consequentialism. Deontological ethics. The idea is that human beings should be treated with dignity and respect because they have rights. Put another way, it could be argued that in deontological ethics, people have a duty to respect other people's rights and treat them accordingly.